What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Been a long time, but I'm excited to show you guys everything that I am working on. Now, I know originally all of my content has just been picking and garage sales and swap meets and things of that nature, but my channel is kind of diverting to a different style of content. I hope you guys are here for it. If you can look behind me, this is my garage that I converted into a golf simulator. So I have been getting a lot of questions about how you made this setup, how much room it takes, what kind of screen you use, monitor, etc. So I'm here today to give you guys a personalized tour of Mackie Meadows. Let's get into it. So the first thing I get a ton of questions about is, how did you do everything so cheap? So altogether, I built this entire simulator for under $1,400. If you go online, you'll see a whole bunch of them for 10, 15, 20,000. My goal was to make something that fit inside the garage that I could make look as cool as possible with all of these miscellaneous things I can put up on the wall decor, if you will. So as you can see, I have a golf ball display. I got a cool Michelob Ultra sign. What I want to discuss is everything that I paid full price for to get that out of the way. Now, the things that I did not source from garage sales or swap meets or estate sales, I ended up purchasing on Amazon. So we're gonna go over that stuff first. Now, the first thing that I had to pay full price for is this impact screen. Now, these impact screens are designed to absorb and take the hit of a golf ball because you're swinging at it so quickly. The speed of the ball, these things are made exactly for that. So you can see that it is this tough material. You might be able to see a handful of the ball marks up there, but this is not just a standard projector screen. So this one only cost me $130. I actually got this one on sale off of Amazon. This one is the 9x9 size, so it fits perfectly in this corner. The thing is that this is supposed to be set off the wall about 4 feet, so that's why it's not super tight. When it's set off from the wall, it gives the ball plenty of time to be absorbed. So what I actually had to do was only set it about half a foot off of the back of the wall. Otherwise, it would just take up way too much room in my garage. So that's why it is a little bit loose, but what I actually ended up doing on this backside that I'm gonna show you guys real quick is why it still works. I actually use packing blankets behind there to absorb the golf ball. So if you guys look behind the screen here, you can see that there are two packing blankets that actually allow the ball to be absorbed. So not only does the screen absorb it, but the packing blankets behind it do as well. I also put packing blankets lining the ceiling for anybody that's hitting flop shots so that it doesn't go up into the rafters and destroy everything. These packing blankets only cost me $8 a piece from Home Depot. So I ended up getting 4 of them for a total of $32. These things have not had any issues taking impacts from any golf balls that either bounce off of the screen or, stopping them from hitting the wall. But what I also have here that you can see is this padding. So if there is an errant shot, it's not going to put any holes in the wall. Now, this padding is actually acoustic foam. This I got off of Amazon. You get 56 pieces for, I believe, $60 roughly. So I ended up getting 2 of those for $120. I had to put each one of these on individually. So what I ended up doing was getting a Gorilla Glue spray, spraying the back of each one of these ones and plastering it along this entire wall. Then I took screws, screwed it in the top and the bottom, so if they ever did become loose, you wouldn't have to worry about those falling off the wall. Another item I had to pay full price for is the hitting mat. Now this one I got for $100 Amazon. This is the Pro model. If you go on there, you'll see that there are a handful of different models, but lifting this up, you can see that underneath is the garage cement. Now, I didn't want to worry about not being able to hit this anytime I wanted to because my wrist hurt from following through into the mat. So that's why you can see here that this thing is almost 2 inches thick because it is the Pro model. The only issue that you'll run into, as you can see on some of my clubs, is you'll end up getting this green stuff on there. What happens is when you are hitting off of the mat, it kind of chips away at it, and it does make your clubs have this kind of green turf on it. But you can see that, you know, the bounce is really good. It's got a fairly realistic feel to it, but for the price, you absolutely cannot go wrong getting this. Now, another thing I had to pay full price for is the iPad. You just have to make sure that whatever iPad you get, that it works with the E6 Connect app, because the E6 Connect app is what I use to be able to play actual courses. As you can see on here, I have a driving range. You can go down here and change your angle. You can change what club you want to hit. It's got driver all the way down to a sand wedge. So the thing with getting the Garmin, which is what we're going to talk about next, is the Garmin comes with 5 free courses with E6 Connect. If you want to do anything more than that, you have to pay for a subscription. There's a $300 subscription as well as a $600 subscription. I ended up going with the $300 one, which provides you 70 golf courses as well as a couple different driving ranges and some chipping practice areas. So you can chip over a rock, you can chip through a log, a couple other different things that are pretty fun and get you out of the norm of just chipping and hitting on a driving range. So the iPad I got off of Amazon, it was refurbished, so it only cost me $80. And then on top of the E6 Connect for a $300 subscription that lasts you 1 year. The Garmin, which we're gonna go through in a second, is Bluetooth to the iPad, which I then have screen mirrored to the Apple TV I have plugged into my projector, which I'm going to get to right after going over the Garmin. So that's how you get this beautiful picture on the screen, is that the Garmin launch monitor speaks to the iPad, which then speaks to the Apple TV, which is plugged into the projector. So let's go over the Garmin. So the device that makes this entire thing run is the Garmin R10 launch monitor. This thing is super small, and it's actually designed for you to take out on the golf course. This has to sit 10 feet behind wherever you are hitting from, and wherever you're hitting from, you need at least 8 feet between you and the screen or a net or whatever you are hitting into. So what I also got, because you have to make sure that the Garmin is on a level surface, otherwise you're not going to get the most accurate reading, I got this 3D printed tripod off of eBay for 20 bucks. It came with this Ryobi level on top, so what you end up doing is you set this on the ground, you then can put the Garmin right there on top of it. So again, these other items that I had to pay full price for, this Garmin R10, I would say it's worth every bit of $600. When I take it out on the golf course, it gives me the same accurate yardages. All right, so now we're gonna be able to get into some of the fun stuff. That's everything that I ended up paying full price for. Everything else was sourced either from OfferUp, Craigslist, garage sales, estate sales, swap meets. So that's actually how I ended up getting everything for so cheap. So let's get into that fun stuff. Now, this device was actually a add-on after the fact. I ended up having this putting green down here that I got off of Craigslist for about 40 bucks. This thing runs between $120 to $160 if you buy it brand new. Unfortunately, it came without one of the flags, but you do have another one right there, which is just fine. Now, this thing is great if you are going to be practicing 15-foot putts, but if you want to practice your putts a little bit more, I got this device called X-Putt. So you can see down here that this is your putting mat. Up on top here is going to be your camera and your infrared. So this right here is actually what reads your ball when it's on the putting green. So what I have is I have a 30-foot HDMI cable that runs underneath this turf all the way up to the screen. So you can see this is the program. What's really cool about the X-Putt is that it comes with everything built in. So that little camera actually has this program built into it. So you don't need to download anything. You don't need to pay for anything. It's all up there. And you can see that you have your putter face right there. You're gonna have your ball speed, your launch directory, you have your distance, putter path. Now this device goes on retail for about $600. There's two different versions. So this is actually the first version, and I got this one off of eBay for $250. I don't factor this into the setup because this was a purchase after, because unfortunately the Garmin back there does not do putting. So what you need to do to finish out the hole is come over here and line up your putt, just kind of guess where you're hitting it from. So this is actually a really good time to show you the distance. You can see that the Garmin is all the way back here. Between there and where I hit the ball, which is up here, that's 10 feet. It's then 9 feet from where I hit the ball to the impact screen. So it gives the Garmin plenty of time to register the ball flight. Now the projector setup is probably what I am most proud of. This is a BenQ projector. I think it was made back in 2011, but it still is 1080p, so it gives a pretty good picture, as you guys have seen on the screen. Now if you look right up top there, that black box right there is your Apple TV. So the Apple TV is what is helping mirror the iPad up there, which then projects onto the screen. So everything was $25 for the projector. I then bought the Apple TV on top, which only cost me $10. So that entire thing together was only $35. Stuff that we're going over is really just all of the fun stuff. This is absolutely not a necessity for a golf simulator, but the thing is you're going to want to decorate it with golf related items. So the first thing is the TV. This I ended up getting for $5. I was actually driving by a garage sale and the person was closing up for the day. The next thing that I ended up getting was this tailor-made sign found in person on eBay that was selling all that stuff. That's actually where I got this awesome towel holder too, which has two clubs right there for you to be able to hang your towels on. So I got this sign for $7. I got this for $3. So altogether that only cost me $10. You can look up top here too and you can see all of my flags. Now these flags are from places that I visited or that I have played. All of this together. So again, $5, $6, roughly $9. All of this that you see right here was about $20. So again, that's how I did all of this so cheap. If you're keeping up on the math, we are still well below the $1,400 mark. Let me show you guys the rest of the stuff. So here's some more of the fun stuff. This entire thing, which is what holds 2 golf bags, I actually got off of Facebook Marketplace for $10. Somebody was moving, I had to get rid of it. That was an absolute steal. Put my phone on here. This is how I film some of my YouTube shorts and my TikTok videos. If you guys have not checked that out yet, be sure to go check out San Diego Picker. That's where I have a lot of my golf related videos. So that just goes right here. Next thing was these chairs. Now these chairs are really hard to find. They're actually director's chairs. I have 2 of them and they have a really cool golf design. This I got off of OfferUp. Both of them I got for 20 bucks. The lady that sold them to me had listed them on OfferUp 3 years prior. And then this bulletin board I got for 5 bucks from a garage sale. As you can see, there's a lot of different stuff on here. I have some autographed cards from different players. And next we have more of just some of the fun stuff you can see up here. There are some more flags. I have a little Arnold Palmer statue. This thing I think was 50 cents at a garage sale. I got a couple autographed magazines. There's some random balls down there. I have a ball display case, which I absolutely love. That thing was only $6 from the swap meet. Now, my prized possession is this PGA Tour Michelob Ultra sign. I got that from the swap meet for $10. I ended up looking it up online and it goes for about $300 to $400. So that was everything for the miscellaneous decor style items. Now, anybody that knows anything about turf, this stuff is extremely expensive. I saved a lot of money by sourcing this stuff from the swap meet. All of this turf that you see, other than this one, everything cost me $50. What I'm really proud of is these squares down here. These are actually demo pieces of turf. Each one is 8 by 8 inches, and what I did was I ended up gluing down each one of these separate so that it filled in this entire corner. So I hope that helps anybody that is looking to build a home simulator, garage simulator, anything. You can go with some of the bigger names that can come in and design something that's going to be a lot more professional than this, but overall, this was roughly $1,400. This is something that anybody can do if you watch enough YouTube videos. I hope that this one specifically helped. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the stuff that I paid full price for. If anybody else has any other questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I post my next video. What I'm going to start doing in here is doing some review videos. You can see over in the corner, I have a ton of golf clubs. These are all ones that are for sale on my eBay store that I got from garage sales, estate sales, etc. So what I want to do is I want to start doing review videos of how these clubs hit off of the simulator. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope that helps you when you're trying to set up your home/garage simulator, and we'll see you next time.